right, guys, I've got the latest NBA MVP straw poll in hand. It came out this morning. It has this MVP race coming down to the wire. Joel Embiid ends up winning by just 2 points over Nikola Jokic, according to the poll. Jokic, yes, guys, he had more first-place votes, but Embiid passes him in total points thanks to getting more second-place votes. The poll sums it up by saying this race will, quote, truly be in doubt up until the league announces the winner, which means it's going to be a lot of fun for fans to watch, right? Shannon, what's your best guess on who actually wins at the end of the day?
I agree. I think it's going to come down to the very end, Skip. I think it's going to be the closest vote. Last year, I think Jokic beat him by 169. The previous year, he beat him by over 400. The closest on record that we could find was 1990. Magic beat Charles Barkley by 22 points. It was 636 to 614.
Wow.
Michael was third with a 564. I think it's going to be within inside that margin, closer than 22 points.
So it'll be the closest.
It'll be the closest. I believe it'll be the closest in the NBA history. Skip, I'm gonna go. There's a lot of great narratives here. Joel Embiid, first-time MVP winner. Second, he's gonna lead the league in scoring for a second time, which is a rarity for a big man outside of Wilt. But we hadn't had a big man lead the league in scoring in a very long time prior to him doing it last year. Nikola Jokic could be the fourth three-time consecutive MVP. Russell, Chamberlain, Bird, 84 to 86, and now Jokic could do it. Giannis has been sensational also, Skip. 31 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. His team has the best record, but I believe it's a two-man race. I believe it's going to come down to Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid. And I'm going to say in the closest voting in NBA history, I'm going to say Jokic pulls it off and become the fourth guy to win 3 consecutive MVPs.
Okay, I'm going to give you this. It did not help Embiid's case that he sat what could have been an epic clash at Denver.
He could have put a nail in the coffin, huh?
He could have, because he put half a nail in the coffin back in January in Philadelphia when he outscored Jokic head-to-head 47-24 and crushed him on the boards. I endorsed what Doc did, sparing Joel that epic clash, because it's not what he needed physically at this point in the season, because everything in Philadelphia is now all about the post. I think Doc's future in Philadelphia is going to hinge on the outcome of this playoff push.
You figure you got to get to the finals in order to stay? NBA finals, Eastern Conference finals, how far do you think he needs to go in order to keep this job?
I mean, I'm not privy to the inside there, but it feels like he's been on enough of a hot seat that he needs to get to the finals. Because I think they got the goods. I love this basketball team, but I like the way James has turned himself into John Stockton, assisting. James is leading the league in assists per game. Joel is leading the league in scoring, just barely above Luka. But when I do MVP, the reason it's not even close to me is Joel is such a force getting to the free throw line. He's making 10 free throws a game out of 12 attempts. That leads all of basketball, 10 free throws a game. And then defense matters to me, but it doesn't ever seem to matter to MVP voters. Not that much.
No.
So now Joel is 13th in defensive win shares, which is pretty good. He's been top 10 most of the year. Joker is a flat. I'm just going to say it. I hark back to the Kirk Goldsberry article on ESPN. He's a liability as a rim protector. He's just a liability because he's not a rim protector. He is the Achilles heel of their defense, which makes them vulnerable in the postseason. While Joel has turned into a force. He had, I think we have it. He had a block on Luka last night that I don't know if it saved the game, but it was a final nail of that game if we have it at the end of the game. Here's Luka, and Joel said no, just no. And he's highly capable of doing that. And to me, I have never seen a man that tall shoot the ball that purely from distance.
I agree.
And you can do it from 15 feet free throws, but if we can see the 2 plays that he made last night, this is all of a sudden because he didn't get up the floor and JaVale just outran him to the rim. All of a sudden, JaVale makes it a 3-point lead for Dallas with 7 minutes to go. And then Joel said, well, just give me the ball back on JaVale, and he rips a 3 on him. And then he said, James, just give me the ball again, and I'll shoot a little fadeaway from the free throw line. You don't see 7'1" be able to do that consistently. I'm in awe of his ability because I watch him every night just take over games.
Yes.
I know there's been a lot of gnashing of teeth about, oh, this MVP race has come down to negative recruiting where you have to be negative about the other. Joker's phenomenal. I've never seen like him distribute the basketball.
Right.
He's the point center of their attack. It revolves around him, which is why he's coming close to averaging a triple-double.
Yes.
Okay, I give you that. But to me, if I'm starting a franchise today, I'm going Embiid because I'm going to beat you because he is that guy because it's been rare in this league. We've seen a force like that. He has not been able to stay healthy. He's not been able to stay tummy healthy. But so far this year, he has been. Okay? So he keeps saying all the right things. He said, I don't care about MVP. I think he cares a little bit. But
you're so close, Skip.
Yeah, okay, you're right there. You're on the doorstep. Would he love to win? Sure he would. Would he much more love to get to the NBA Finals? You better believe it. And their priorities are in the correct order right now.
Right.
So because Doc is saying, I don't want to see him go out there. He's had a little iffy calf muscle. I don't want to see him pull his cap, full on pull it, trying to battle.
Well, they're going in the first round if that happens.
That is correct. Okay.
They got zero chance. I don't care who they play. They got zero chance without Joel Embiid.
All right. But the point is, I think he has done enough to win it, even though he sat the game at Denver last Monday night. But I think a lot of Joker fans are going to hold that against him, and voters are going to vote.
But you think it'll be a close vote also?
Whew, do I? Yeah. It just feels like it's photo finish.
Yeah. Because this is what, I mean, the last couple of years, Skip, I think we felt that, okay, the last 4 years, we knew Giannis, and we felt, okay, honestly, I don't think anybody really knows right now. I really don't.
No.
It's going to have a race like George Gervin and David Thompson, that scoring race. Guy scored 73, you think, I got it. Then Iceman goes and gets 63 to win it.
Yeah.
Voters and fans alike, I think, waiting for some big moment, some aha minute to tip the scales one way or another.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, let's talk a little bit about Skip's Cowboys when we come back. Did Mike McCarthy just hint at some big changes in Dallas's offense? Let's unpack this one in just a moment.